Hey guys, you're welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make bitterleaf soup, popularly known as ofe onugbu. This soup originated from the eastern part of Nigeria, specifically in Anambra State, and it is mostly consumed by the Igbo tribe, but other tribes are actually falling in love with the dish now. And who wouldn't? Because there is absolutely nothing not to love about it. So if you want to learn how to cook this authentic Anambra bitterleaf soup, you definitely want to keep on watching. So for the list of ingredients, I'll be using beef, cow skin known as momo, and beef stripe known as shaki, but you're free to use any meat of your choice. I'll also be using this dry fish. It was gifted to me by my mother-in-law, God bless her, and with this stockfish head. Next, I'll be using bitter leaf, then cocoyam. We actually have different species of cocoyam in Nigeria. This particular one, I know it as Edanambra. They have another one called cocoa India. That one has a texture of a yam, but this one is slimy and it's best for the soup. Then I'll be using palm fruits, but if you don't have it, you can use red oil. Next, I'll be using onions for the meat, crayfish, salt, fresh pepper. You can use the dry one. Then I'll be adding very little of ogiri because my husband doesn't really like the smell, but the soup won't be authentic without ogiri. Then some seasoning cubes. So let's begin by cooking our meat. I'll be putting the beef and shaki together in one pot because they have less time to cook. Then I'll be adding the onions, some seasoning cubes, salt, and I'll be adding enough water to cook it. Then I'll cover and set it on the fire to cook till it's soft. Next, I'll be putting the cocoyam and the palm fruit together. Add some water and let it cook till it's soft. The cocoyam has been cooking for close to 30 to 40 minutes now, and it is well done, so I'll be setting it aside to cool a little. Checking on the meat, and it's not so soft, so I'll be letting it cook for more 10 minutes. Next, I'll be adding my momo. Then I'll be adding just onions to it. I won't be adding any seasoning cube or salt to it, not until it's done, because it tends to make it take a longer time to cook. Then I'll be adding water and setting it on the fire to cook. Okay, so the cocoyam and the palm fruit has cooled a little and I've separated them. I'll be using my hand to squeeze it to extract the cream, but be very careful while doing this so that the spike don't enter your nail. I'll be adding warm water to it. Then I'll be straining it through a sieve to avoid the chaff from entering the cream. I'll be repeating this process to get more cream from the chaff. Please gauge the amount of water you use for this process. Remember, you still have your beef stock, so you won't end up having a watery soup. Okay, I'm done with this and I'll be setting it aside. Next, I'll be getting the cocoyam ready for blending by removing the skin. Then I'll be adding a little water to help it blend. I want to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers. You guys are amazing. And if you're yet to subscribe, please do so. Put on the all notification bell so you get notified each time I upload a video. I'll be blending in batches because my food processor is very small. So this is the second batch. I'm done with blending. Next, I'll be blending my crayfish and my fresh pepper. Okay, so I bought the Bitterleaf from our local market and it is still very bitter. What I'm going to be doing is put it in a pot, add a little water and boil for 5 to 10 minutes and wash later. So I'll be washing it off the camera. I'll be adding a little salt to the dry fish and I'll be washing and deboning it off the camera. Now all our ingredients are ready. Let's start coupling them. Let's see if we're coupling a motor spare part. Please, let's start cooking. So I'll be transferring my beef and the beef stock into this pot and I'll be cooking it here because this non-stick pot doesn't really do justice to the color of soup. I'll also be adding my cow skin to it. I'll be adding the blended cocoyam in little lumps so that it can dissolve fast. I won't be adding the whole cocoyam. I will let this boil and dissolve to check the consistency of the soup to know if I would need more. Cover and let it boil. As you guys can see, the soup is a little bit watery, so I'll be adding the rest of the cocoyam. And at this stage, you can add more red oil if you desire. I'm adding my stockfish now because I've already soaked it in cold water and it is very soft. So if you have a strong stockfish, please add it immediately you start cooking. Next, I'll be adding my already washed and deboned dry fish. I'll be adding my ogiri to it to give it that unique and original Anambra Bitterleaf soup. Okay, I'll be adding the Bitterleaf now so that by the time the soup is done, the Bitterleaf will be very soft. I don't really like strong Bitterleaf in soup after cooking. We'll be giving that a quick stir, cover and let it boil for 10 to 15 minutes. I'll be adding our crayfish and pepper. I'll be adding in 4 seasoning cubes because this is actually a large pot of soup. I'll give it a quick stir and allow it cook for more 5 minutes. Five minutes later and our soup is ready. Wow, it looks so good. I tested for salt and it was just perfect. Honestly, I wish you guys are in my kitchen right now to perceive the aroma. This soup can go down well with any swallow of your choice like semo, fufu, gari. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and see you in my next video.